For battle.
Hello and welcome, my name is LaUgHiNgStOcK and you are watching LaUgHiNgStOcK's ROFL Game of the Week. That's right, once a week I'm going to find a game that is just so hilarious in my opinion that I'm going to cast it just purely out of ridiculousness. Right now what we're looking at is this is an all random game. I am actually right here, as you can see, playing on the Radiant team. I originally randomed Axe, but I really wanted to play Pudge. Pudge has got to be my favorite hero of all time. Actually, he is my favorite hero of all time. Second, pretty much, well, no, actually not second to anybody. I just love playing him. I think he's fun. And I also love Clinkz. Clinkz is probably a close second. So as you can see, the teams, you got Pudge, Shadow Shaman, who's not in the game just yet. Axe right there. We have a Naga who's not in the game, and we have this Shadow Fiend who's not in the game, or who is in the game, sorry. Against a Void, a Gyrocopter, Warlock, Witch Doctor who's also not in the game yet, and a Alchemist. Slow Reaction, that's actually a pretty good name for their whole team. I'm gonna preface this game because obviously I played, so as you can see now people are joining, and these pauses actually last for quite a bit now that I think about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and make it go 4x until the pauses are over because it takes a while. This was such an interesting random with, you know, of course we had our Shadow Fiend right here going in the mid lane, and Axe said he wanted a jungle, so I recommended that I go bot as Pudge in the hard lane because I felt I could, you know, take the damage a little bit easier, and that way Naga would have a chance to try and deny farm from Void up top. Now it's obviously not a pro strategy. Normally you have a solo person in the hard lane, which would be top, and you have a, you know, the farmer goes down bot. But you know, this was an all random game. It was a pub game. And to be honest, I really wanted to go bot, so that's why I'm bot. That's why these two are going top. Interesting choice made here by the Dire to send Alchemist mid. Now, it's not just because of the disconnects. As you can see, the disconnected players are returning. But they had Alchemist going mid before anyone disconnected. Against a Shadow Fiend, they had to have known that they were going against a Shadow Fiend. Maybe they thought they were going against Pudge, and so that's why they sent him, you know, but still, it just seems like a really interesting choice. Not one that I would have made, that's for sure. So Alchemist is going to have a tough lane against this Shadow Fiend. Up top, it's going to be Faceless Void, played by Holy Haxor versus Mr. on the Warlock. Going up against Bopkuk, weird name, on the Naga Siren, and joining him shortly is Sunny Tree on the wow, Shadow Shaman. Complete brain fart right there. Obviously, I am in the bot lane right now, going up against Witch Doctor, played by I Try Hard. Soon joining him is Gyrocopter, and then in the jungle is Slender Man on Axe. And Gyro is being played by Nameco Jr. Now, this, I thought for sure once the Gyro got here, this was going to be a really tough lane for me to get farm, for me to get kills. I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say, remember, this is the ROFL Game of the Week, right? So here's a hook, hits Witch Doctor into the tower, and he's going to die. That was a level 1 hook. A level 1 hook. First blood at level 2 for Pudge in a 2 vs 1 lane. You can't let that happen, guys. Oh my god. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Well, I mean, I knew I was going to land the hook when I threw it because of their positioning, but I've never understood how people allow Pudge to get hooks with a level 1 hook. It's a really short hook. That's all. I mean, all you have to do is not get in range. I mean, level 2 it's that, but level 1 it's half that distance. Well, not half the distance, but the circle's, you know, it's 200 less distance, which is a huge difference. In mid, Slow Reaction goes down to Shadow Fiend. So Shadow Fiend is 1-0. Pudge is 1-0. This game quickly not going the way they had wanted. I'm gonna stay on this lane. The Dire seem to be going mid, and another hook. Oh no, I missed it. Sorry, I'm not used to this control. My mouse is freaking out. So they tried to rotate over into the jungle because right here is this Axe who is jungling, and he is basically getting a free farm in the jungle right now. So they were trying to kill him, and actually, as you can see right now, this Witch Doctor is in fact going into the jungle. And so they were trying to kill Axe, and there we go, they were trying to mark the pull. But they were so visible, and they were walking in such a, you know, easy to find direction that it was an easy hook to land. This Axe is in some trouble. Pudge does a good job of scaring off the Witch Doctor. At this point, I was thinking, you know, of denying him, but obviously the thing wears off, so he's in good shape. Alchemist is coming bot. Probably getting the rune. It was a regen rune, but as you can see, he almost had died again to the Shadow Fiend in mid. So some wards coming out from this Witch Doctor, so not completely useless, as the creeps are chasing him. There he is. Up top, you got Holy Haxar and Mr. just kind of chilling. I mean, last hits, this Void isn't even getting that many last hits. He's 9 and 2. Naga actually has more last hits than Void, which is exactly what I was hoping for when I recommended that we send them that direction. And Alchemist can't do anything to stop the Shadow Fiend. I mean, Shadow Fiend's at 21 creep kills right now. Oh, and Shadow Shaman just killed Warlock up top. I didn't even notice that. So we're 4-0 right now. 4-0. Oh, and then Pudge gets a kill on Gyrocopter. Now here's a stun. Oh. My hook had actually just came up. So had that stun not hit me when it did, I was going to hook... oh, I don't remember what I'm saying. I was going to hook the Witch Doctor. Slow reaction, better be careful, because Shadow Fiend has... Shadow Fiend has the double damage bottled. I don't know where I went on this. But basically, at this point, the only hope for the Dire... And this is what I was thinking to myself. Well, I was thinking to myself they didn't have a hope, to be honest. But this Void has got to get farmed. Now, his creep farm has picked up significantly since the Shadow Shaman left the lane. There's the rocket that hits Shadow Fiend. Gyrocopter, better be careful. There's a double damage Shadow Fiend hitting you. There's another hand, and he's dead. Another Shadow Raise. This game is just not going the way. There's a chicken. Slow reaction's going to hold him double damage. There's another Shadow Raise. Alchemist just got, you know, pretty obliterated. I mean, if we look at the kills right now, Shadow Fiend is 3-0, Pudge is 3-1, Shadow Shaman is 1-0. I mean, he's already got mana boots, he's got a TP scroll. They just really don't have a shot right now, you know. And their only chance, again, Haxor sitting at 23-2, so his farm has drastically improved since the Shadow Shaman left the lane, but he's got to continue to farm. He's got to really get that up there. And actually, they're getting ganked right now. There's the Riptide going to do some damage. Warlock, however, throws out his Fatal Bonds. Sunny Tree tries to do something, but I don't know what it is. Pudge right here going around the backside of Gyrocopter. Gyro better be careful. There's the Rot trying to slow him down. Gets him. There's the ultimate. The Dismember goes on him. Namco gonna try and run, but there's the hook and he's dead. He stood no chance. They didn't have a ward that could see him. Maybe this ward should have actually been right here, so that it could see the Pudge rotating around. Shadow Fiend gets the mid tower, and now he's coming bot. So look for Pudge to try and hook this guy. At the same time, top is going to go down. So Void picks up a kill on Shadow Shaman. There's a hook. Oh, and there's the Dismember and the Rot, and Witch Doctor just disappears under the pain of the Fat Man's stench. By the way, how cool does this get up look? I mean, how awesome is that? So 9-2 right now, and up top we have a little bit of action. Holy Haxar gets the Shadow Word put on him so he can regen some of his health. Axe is top, and Axe is going to come in after the Shackle. There's the... I'm really confused. Axe is... Oh, Axe doesn't have Berserker's Call. Interesting choice. I wouldn't say that it's a good choice, but interesting. And Sunny Tree keeps cutting off his... oh no, his Shackle's only level 1. Sorry, I thought his Shackle was level 3. That explains a lot. Shadow Fiend going in for a kill. Hook goes out, hits Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter's gonna go down. Shadow Fiend finished off the Witch Doctor, while Pudge hooked out the Nameco. So that hook was actually pretty clutch. And I know I'm talking about myself, so it may seem like I'm trying to toot my own horn. But Gyro had activated his Rocket Barrage, and Shadow Fiend would have tanked all of the damage. Naga Siren up top kills Warlock. Net is thrown out on Void, as well as a Berserker, or as a Battle Hunger. Sorry. Alchemist comes in with his ult on, his Chemical Rage. Here comes Pudge. There's the Rot. Void running away. Pudge throws the hook for the Void, but Axe got in the way. That would have been a guaranteed kill on Void. If I remember correctly, Axe thought that I was just going to go in for the Dismember. So here I am trying to get the Dismember, and the timing was just off. I had clicked it. It was set to hit. Nothing happened. Shadow Fiend, meanwhile, in bot lane, is tearing through this Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor trying to run one more auto attack. Oh, and a Shadow Raise, but the Raise missed. The Radiant do get the top tower, but did not get the kill on bot, and didn't get the kill on Void and bot. And you see it, Urn of Shadows already on Pudge. 9 minutes in, he's got Arcane Boots and Urn of Shadows. And then you look at the Shadow Fiend, he's got 2,800 gold, and he's already got the Phase Boots, and he's already got the bottle. So, I mean, he can do whatever he wants. I don't think you even have to worry about getting a BKB with the way this game's going. It's 12-2, 9 minutes in. Radiant here looking like they're trying to get some kills. Trying to continue to get some kills. They go in. There's the Battle Hunger on Nameco. Nameco activates his Rocket Barrage. Then just gets kind of rickrolled by Axe. The hook hits Void, and Void's going to go down to Naga Siren. 4-person gank on 2 heroes when they have such a huge hero advantage levels. Pudge is level 10, Shadow Fiend is level 10. I mean, this game is over, but it's just hilarious to see. I want to know what was going through their minds in sending this Alchemist mid. The only thing I can think of is they probably thought that Pudge was going mid. Had Pudge gone mid, then obviously this would have worked out pretty well, because his Unstable Concoction would have been a good counter to Pudge whenever Pudge hooked. Oh, speaking of Pudge, there he is. He sees the Alchemist, throws the hook, hooks him. There's the Dismember, there's the Rot. He picks up the kill on Alchemist. Again, I would love to toot my own horn as a Pudge, but I really do think that a lot of these hooks were just easy hooks. Guys not being smart, running in obvious fashions. You know, it was kind of a brutal game. There's Nameco Jr. coming bot. He had a rough game. Nameco's right there. He gets the Battle Hunger. The missile's going to hit him. Oh, and the hook misses Nameco just barely. There's a Rocket Barrage. Here's Shadow Fiend. He throws out his ultimate. Requiem of Souls picks up the kill on Gyrocopter. Void can't get to the kill. There's Pudge with a Dismember. Shadow Fiend kills him. The hook. Oh, man. So Witch Doctor did pick up a kill on Axe with his ultimate. Void ulted with the idea of killing, I believe it was the Shadow Shaman, but Shadow Shaman got out of range before he could get to him. So he had to try and run away, but the Shackle came out from Shadow Shaman. Auto attacks from Shadow Fiend. There was a Dismember from Pudge on the Void, so he was very quickly killed. Witch Doctor unwisely was keeping his ultimate going even though it wasn't hitting anybody, which was a perfect setup for a long-range hook. Shadow Fiend picks up another kill on a Gyrocopter. So, I mean, this Gyrocopter right now is 0-7. I mean, he just kind of got pooped on all game, and it is continuing. There's the call for the end from the Void. At this point, pretty clear the game is over. I mean, we already have a Shadow Blade, Wraith Band, Phase Boots, and 2,300 more gold on the Shadow Fiend. And yeah, as Mr. points out, more deaths than minutes into the game. It's 12 minutes in. They've been killed 19 times and only gotten 3 kills. LaUgHiNgStOcK, myself, I've got the cloak and I've got the ring of health. Throws a hook and nothing. I didn't have any vision. That was kind of just a blind hook, hoping for the best. Ooh, speaking of not having vision, placed an observer ward up here. This should be entertaining. We go for the mid tower. It goes down. Well, it's taking longer than I thought. Now, I was kind of a jerk right here, and I put the tankage on the Naga, and Naga even commented. He commented to me. Commented? I don't know why that sounds so weird to me right now. He commented saying, "Hey man, why are you making me tank the tower?" I was like, "Because I feel like it." There's a hook. Oh, it was actually a well-thrown hook, just barely out of range. If it was a little bit longer, that would have been a good hook. But the wall, you know, there's another hook thrown and misses. It's kind of hard to. You know, well, I wouldn't say it's hard to hook from here, but you really have to get them when they're not paying attention. There's another hook. That hook does hit Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter quickly goes down. It looks like it was a shadow raise by Fiend that got the kill, and indeed it was. So Shadow Fiend's now 8-0, Pudge 7-1. If I remember correctly, I don't think I get another kill because there's a hook. Hook misses. Alchemist threw out the stun on the axe. Nothing big happening. Shadow Fiend tries to walk in invis. Maybe forgot that the tower can see invis units, so they very safely backed away. So they're gonna get this tower. There's the missile hitting Shadow Fiend. He's down to about 420 HP. But this Pudge has got a charge in his Urn of Shadows. There's a hook. Hits the Alchemist. There's the Dismember. Rot. Shadow Fiend uses a raise to pick up the kill. That's, I mean, with the amount of damage he's doing, he's hitting for 240 damage per auto attack right now. There's the stun comes out on Sunny Tree. Sunny Tree is going to go down to Witch Doctor's ultimate. So there's another kill. That's 4 kills. Oh, they destroyed the rocket before it got there. The homing missile, I should say. Unstable Concoction popped on Alchemist. Alchemist got 3.5 seconds to throw it. There it goes on the axe. Naga throws out her Song of the Siren. Maybe to set up a kill, I don't know. We got an Invis Shadow Fiend running around. What's he going to do? His ultimate is up. Here's Requiem of Souls. 1 auto attack. 2, 3, oh, there's the ultimate. The Golem. 1 more auto attack. Picks up the kill on Warlock in the, oh, the death cast of Requiem. Picks up the kill on Alchemist. So a triple kill from a really, really bad position. That shows you just how farmed this Shadow Fiend is. This Golem is trying to chase this axe right now. Oh, oh, dang. Naga almost got killed. Warlock had his Fatal Bonds on Axe, and Axe was taking a bunch of damage from the Golem. Almost killed Naga. It came off just in time. Oh, here's Pudge. Pudge is going to go for the hook. Just misses the hook. Slow reaction. Maybe not so slow. Kind of dodged it. I apologize for the camera. This is my first time using the smooth grip, so it's taking me a little bit to get used to it. It's a lot. Well, it's a lot slower than I thought it was. You really have to know where the action's going to happen, I guess. Which is weird. I should know where the action happens because I played this game. Warlock and Gyro. So I just want to point out the difference in levels, if I can, really quick. Gyro goes down to 1 crit, did 800 damage, which was the entirety of his farm. The Unstable Concoction goes out on Pudge, and 1 crit killed an Alchemist while he had his ultimate on. He was in a chemical rage, and he got killed by 1 crit. That's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, look at the hero level. I mean, only 1 person on this Radiant team is not higher level than the Dire, and that's the Shadow Shaman, who's actually been killed, what, 2 times. Most deaths. Pudge throws out the hook, hits the gyrocopter. There's Dismember. Shadow Fiend 1 hit, crit 717 damage. Warlock gonna go out and throw his Maledict. Sunny Tree actually might be in some trouble. Oh, there's the Death Ward. Well, there's a pipe on somebody. Who has the pipe? There's a hook. Pudge hooks the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor goes down to Naga Siren's Riptide. Slow reaction gets the kill on Shadow Shaman, but very quickly goes down to Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend also gets the kill on Gyrocopter. He is just auto-attacking them in their fountain. There's a hook out on Haxor. The Dismember holds him in place. Shadow Fiend picks up the kill. That is a triple kill for the Shadow Fiend. And now we're just being jerks. I mean, if I really wanted to be a nice guy, this particular game, we would have ended it right now. I mean, 18-1 and 3 on the Shadow Fiend, 7-1 and 8 on the Pudge. The hook hits the Gyrocopter. Shadow Fiend finishes up with an auto attack. Witch Doctor throws out his paralyzing cask to avoid dying for now, but he's got the Battle Hunger. 2 hits in the fountain. Alchemist 2 hits kills him. Now they're trying to hide. I don't know exactly what they're doing because they're both standing in the same location. If you know anything about how a Pudge hooks into the fountain, you know that's not what you want to do. Nameco, 1 more auto attack. There's the hook on the Witch Doctor. Shadow Fiend finishes him up with 1 auto attack. The homing missile is set to hit Shadow Fiend, but it does very little damage to him. He's got the Daedalus. He's got the Shadow Blade. There's the hook on him. Let's see what happens. Oh, nope. Ultimate by Void. Pudge had no mana for his Dismember. Shadow Fiend gonna 2-hit the Alchemist. He's critting for 820 damage. Oh, it's Axe that has the pipe. Okay, I was trying to find that earlier. Now, this Battle Hunger is kind of a jerk. As you can see, there's a word up here for the Radiant, which means that Pudge has vision. There's a hook on Void. Void leaps away. He still doesn't have mana for his Dismember. There's also a ward up here, which means that they can see this Pudge. Oh, now they placed a ward right there, so they can really see this Pudge. And now people are teleporting out. Mr. must have just teleported out previously. They're teleporting away. They don't want to be in the fountain anymore. I did feel like a jerk for the fountain camp. I really did. But, at this point, when the game was so out of control, it didn't even make sense. There's a hook on Gyro. Oh, man. So, like I said, I had a lot of fun this game with Pudge, and I felt like I played well. I was actually pretty proud of myself for getting First Blood with level 2 with Pudge and a 2-person lane. There was another hook. Was that a hook? Did I hit? Yeah, I hit Void.
I joined the great combine.
Now at this point my hook is up. I was going to go for Void. Gyro stepped in the way, so we got the kill on Gyro instead. Axe actually picks up that kill instead of Shadow Shaman. Haxor just sitting there saying thank you for protecting me. Hook is up. There's the hook on the Void. Void, he was down to very little health, but still had enough mana to break out, obviously, blink out. And there's the game. Naga was the nicest of the entire Radiant team and chose to finish. So, like I said, it was a ROFL game from the get-go. I cannot believe, I still think the craziest thing I've seen was a level 2 Pudge getting First Blood against a Witch Doctor and a Gyrocopter in bot lane. That should never happen. I cannot believe that they were dumb enough to be in range of my hook. Your whole job is to just not be in range of the hook at level 2 and level 3. That's all it takes. But nonetheless, ROFL Game of the Week presented by LaUgHiNgStOcK. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.